Hi, if you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support. The scrolls have already been pulled. We're having some technical difficulties, but I welcome you to join me. We'll scry the scrolls, use Tarot and Oracle, and the spirit box here is already kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate, receive, or release freely. So if you'd like to join me whenever you're ready to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those who like, share, subscribe, and donate. You warm my haunted heart, truly. Okay, so luckily I didn't get too far in before there's technical difficulties. But the name Ralph did come through in full transparency as I was setting up, so maybe Ralph was, Okay, so I'm seeing him like almost like a guide. There's maybe Japanese descent, lineage, or aura that interacts with you. But they're helping one through change. Like, see, here's the face, and it's like this cloaking. And then I'm also seeing one of those racks that dry clothes, and then there's the greater than, less than symbol, but I'm seeing them like they're not boomerangs, but they kind of look like some sort of weapon like that. It's not the star things. It's almost like if I made like a scythe or something that's not on the stick. And it's something like right in between the solar plexus and the heart space, but I feel like I'm harnessing something. So in this greater than, less than symbology. And I assume if you're here, you're some sort of empath to your psychonaut, sensitive to the senses of both psyche and psychic senses. Okay, so there's illumination in my eyes. It's like I have 2 candles burning, not Bunsen burner style, like actual natural candles. But like both of them are seeing with hermit eyes. And I don't mean hermit like I'm in the cave. I mean, like how the hermit has the lantern. Something's being illuminated, but I think it's something in my emotions. So like emotion, energy, and motion. And maybe Ralph is a guide, or it's a loved one that you can resonate with. But even up here, there's something being integrated and illumination being integrated. Somebody's looking for the size. The size matters, the scope. Like, oh, it's just this little thing. But I feel like if that's a perception of it, if it's a little thing, this little integration, it's actually going to grow. It's like a seed is a little thing. And the integration of, watering it every day, sunlight, kind of taking on that plant essence of it. It's these little offerings to whatever this is, this illumination, to integration, to, it's like energy and motion that's leading me to an embodied enlightenment. But I'm personally, as I'm in it, I don't feel like I can actually characterize what that's going to look like and what it does look like. Because it's not to be controlled. Otherwise, I think I'm in this harnessing of like this greater than, less than symbol happening right here. And it's almost like, I'm going to apply it to Ralph, but it doesn't have to be that. Like, it's like a quiet owl, but the body is very, very big and has like I don't know if it's like a samurai or something. There's like a ceremonial garb, but it feels clean. It feels clean. Like a master of something. But in order to master something, the change needs to happen, even if it's slight, even if it's so slight, like I'm slicing, right? If these boomerang things were sickles of slice. Somebody sentenced themselves to something, an imprisonment concept. Why do I feel caged? Energy in motion, energy in... Oh. Oh, because I might have been angry about something and that imprisoned me. Sorry, give me one moment. There, yeah, okay. Intuitively, even. Maybe I was led somewhere, or, well, I can't even say that. If I was inspired to follow, I followed that. And that in and of itself feels like a learning to integrate. Something about my mind as well.
Scrying.
Yes, we are scrying. There are golden birds. They're not woodpeckers, but they can act. Okay, they're hummingbirds. So they're hovering. They have an, like how woodpeckers have this ability to, climb differently than other birds. It's a hummingbird. Hummingbird may mean something to somebody. Okay, so when I quickly wandered into the emotion of the imprisonment, I was seeing one of those Star Wars ship things. If I can share it right here. It's almost like I'm just catching half of it, and then it's, fighting or meeting up with this one. And it kind of feels like this space to earthly self. There's dogs in there. Something, I'm being loyal to something. Commune with Source. Commune with Source.
Ethan.
Ethan is another name that's come through. May I? Something about a fountain. Like, when you watch water go through like an elegant fountain with like many tiers. And then as the water falls in like many tiers, like tears versus the tears, it's so elegant to see, and it's actually quite soothing. And it's almost like viewing this, the energy in motion. How can you feed your supply when your own table is empty? But there's that light. There's those candles, the hummingbirds. Okay. Translucence, love the darkness, protection, set personal boundaries, and commune with Source. I feel like that's in relation to the fountain structure. The boundaries is the fountain structure. And I feel like they're allowed to be elegant. Like, just elegant. Enlightenment can be elegant. Adding protection. And as I'm seeing the fountain water move through, symbolically speaking of this, the emotions, the energy in motion, I'm seeing like negative ions being released, and it's very refreshing. It's very, very refreshing. I feel like past versions of something that I've held on to are like right here and right here, like they're talking to me, and like I'm in the middle, and they're like right here and right here. And it's in my mind. And now I'm in another fountain, but it's like clay. So it's made of something different, a different mineral. And this one helps me, like, and I'm actually pouring out mud versus water. And it's creating, like if you can imagine like clay, like compiling, not like an ice cream cone, but, just kind of compiles and compiles. And it's actually creating like these angel characters. And then how some of those fountains are funny, where like they're peeing. That's how like the water comes through. That's how I'm seeing it. So there's a sense of humor in here. And then this middle, I'm going to show this. So it's right in here. Sorry if I have anything on my hands. And like the two faces squenching against me. You know, like, what is that, curly Larry Mo? It's like,
In front of you.
so, like, it's all, anyway. That's what it feels like. So, but there's humor along the lines. And then, but I don't, it's almost like I can't just laugh away everything. You have to be serious sometimes, or maybe you're too serious and there's not enough humor in this integration of this inspiration. So then there's that clay pouring down and it creates this angel character, input any word that feels good. And it's on this beam. But see how it's like the mind where these three characters are. We're trying to understand. We really are trying to understand, because it's like three versions of me existing simultaneously. But anyway, I'm handing them something in pink, the coloring of pink. It's like the mother mind. I feel like I'm in the mother mind, not mother as a identity, as the mother. Gaia energy, if I may. And I'm being handed these kindnesses as I'm releasing through the channels of mud or clay. And I actually create, somebody also might be like a sculptress or sculptor, even symbolically, because there's like a mother mind and then a father mind here. Seemed like a big splurge. Me talks. There's all that water. Okay. I'm going to keep going here. Thank you so much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe. Or is it over here? Does it come up over here? I think it comes up over there. I try to be fun. Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine, Feast of Plenty. If these cards mean anything to you, please follow them first. And then Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call. This is that pink. Down, way down in there. The mother and the father energies. I really don't think they're people. It's like mother mind and father frequency, or
Cancer.
Do you know? Yeah, like nurturing something. And there's that pink. I'm being handed, and even though this card is Dream Thief, I think this goes back to the other divination dose. But forgive me if I'm if I'm wrong or right. It doesn't even matter. If something you felt was taken from you, or you had lost it, you had given it away to somebody, but I feel like it's a gift. But it created some, even if the gift was feeling, if someone's heightening their empathic energies to really cultivate these boundaries through the mud that one walks through, the densities of the day, and formulating these beautiful sculptures to have my emotions move through them. And then it's like, once I've done that, in whatever which way that is, it's cryptically clear and clearly cryptic. It's like the father frequency comes in and picks up the mother mind. And I don't know where they go. I don't know where they go. And I don't know that that's any of my business. Oh, they go back to commune with Source. But I'm receiving this dream again. Curly Larry and Mo keep stepping forward in some sort of humor. Because the humor is brilliant. The synthesis of the mother and father energies. I think it's just male and female, but they're really coming through as mother and father for one reason or another, and that's fine. It's not for me to control or constipate. Okay, so synthesizing and brilliance, when we were really talking about that mother-father and the humor. Ace of crystals and eight of crystals. It's balancing sorrow. There's all the water that we've been talking, the energy in motion. Dull. And somebody also might have, this might be something that you recognize, Hermit Eyes illumination from when I was younger. I used to play with dolls or toys, but for some, like myself, like you would project certain feelings into certain dolls. Because you're a master. But a master keeps mastering. It's not that it's never quite complete, like it's some sort of hamster wheel. Master of Puppets is coming through, like from Metallica. Master of Puppets. Da, da, da. That's what's coming through. And maybe that's what's happened. Somewhere along the lines I've regained by embracing like even my own darkness, feeling it's like seeing a lake at nighttime, like Cape Fear, the movie, but I'm just like seeing the lake and the iridescence of the moonlight, and it looks like black water, but really it's not. But it's like I almost had the guts to go swimming at night through my sorrows. And then as I like walk up on the shore of the earth is everything, is the sculpture for me to walk, make motions and carry my energies and then synthesize with humor and healing. And receive the consequences and celebrations of my choices. No, we're going over there.
No energy.
No energy. Somebody absolutely could be feeling of low or no energy, because I don't think this is necessarily an easy feat for one to cultivate the bravery and the fountain, the elegance of the enlightenment, and then not just to receive the aha, but to almost like put it into play. Yeah, does that make sense? Is there a regeneration here? Is that dream thief? It's giving it back. So maybe if you've been feeling like you have no energy, it's like calling in the thief and asking for it back. Because the thief was there. It was a character there for a reason. Protection, home, boundaries, again. Anything else? What was that? Confidence, compassion.
You are funny.
You are funny too. You are funny too. So we have confidence and compassion. Again, that male and female energies. Boundaries and protection. And home. There's that boundaries over and over and over. I feel like just the earth energy is willing to work with the mind to manifest these safe things for me to feel. Because as I'm balancing out in this fountain and releasing sorrows, and it like, you know, that moment when the waterfall hits the surface and all these negative ions come out, and right, even just the term negative ions, but it's so positive. That's what this feels like, but it's in regards to what I'm truly thinking is like empath energy. And I'm willing to feel again by lightening my own my own load and realizing I don't need to feel everything. But I do need to feel what I'm responsible for, what I've created, what's coming back. Yes, okay. Also, for any other empaths, you may want to go through a quick but not quick cleansing of your home. Sage, salt. I'm a big fan personally of salt, along with sage, of course, and different kinds of salt. But please follow your own intuition. Maybe even herb bundles at your door. If you don't want to be weird about it, you can put invisible symbols as well. Like if you're going to repaint something, like putting symbols in the primer and then painting over them. I don't know, just something along that lines, or maybe even just doing a quick vacuum, opening the door, and like if you're doing a sweep of the front steps as well, like that's really good, including and or your bedroom, of course. Like physically sweep the energy out, and sweep it all the way out the door. My grandmother used to sweep it all the way to the end of her driveway, and then whoosh. All right. Hopefully this serves you well, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. Whatever you're doing, you're bringing it home. You're calling it home. Your gift, it's coming home. You're mastering something of the mind with the boundaries twofold, from imprisonment to illumination to integration to energy, emotions, and enlightenment embodied. It's no small feat, but I also don't want to say, oh my goodness, but yeah, kind of take a moment and feel that. Be a fountain, be your fountain, because it's quite incredible and it's elaborate, but at the same time, they're just there, just looking to be gazed upon as beautiful as you are. So until next time.